Happy Sunday. This is Bobby and JJ Radio. We have Ms. Joyce again. We have Joyce back. Ms. Joyce Dueley.
Hi, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, and she's brought Dr. Mehta with. They're both chairmen of the board of Alamo Angels. I want to say thank you for hanging out with us today.
Thank you. Actually, I'm not on the board for Alamo Angels, but I'm a program manager here at Geekdom. But we work very closely with Alamo Angels, and we're happy to hang out together.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us. So, Dr. Mehta,
it's always good seeing a fellow doctor in the room with me.
Well, you're a Dr. Pepper lover, though.
Yes.
That's a lot different. So, Joyce, share with us because I know we've had a lot of, these accelerator program participants on. So talk about what Geekdom's doing with all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so this is a really exciting program. We're in our second year of the Geekdom Pre-Accelerator, and really what this is, it's a 6-week boot camp of sorts that's really preparing local startups for either investment or acceleration. So we're taking people who've been working on their ideas for a while, who maybe have a couple of customers and want to start to scale. And so we kind of work them through a process, introduce them to a bunch of mentors and some really great speakers and leaders in our ecosystem. And then we give them a platform at our upcoming demo day, which I'll probably say more about later. But at the end of this month, to pitch to the community at large and investors in Texas.
Perfect. And Dr. Mehta, talk about what you're doing with Alamo Angels.
Alamo Angels is a group of local investors and business leaders who are interested in supporting the startup ecosystem in San Antonio.
Gotcha.
There are accredited investors who actually make the investments into companies, kind of like what Joyce is talking about. And it's an organization that has a fund as well. We've invested about $2 million into 17 companies, of which 11 are from San Antonio over the last year and a half.
Wow. And
continue to do that with money that's raised from the investor base here.
Great. And so you guys are the ones that are listening. So then Joyce gets them ready to present, and then they present to people like yourself.
Correct. And the Alamo Angels has also helped develop the curriculum to get these companies ready in order to understand what to present to investors.
Because of what you want to hear.
Correct.
Yeah, because I think they might get caught up in more of their idea than like what you guys actually want to know about it.
Yes.
Yeah. So talk about a little bit how you've helped with the curriculum and what you're really looking for from these participants.
Sure. One of the things in San Antonio that we're pretty passionate about is helping companies that are grown out of San Antonio succeed here. And we've noticed, or we've understood when looking at pitches from companies in San Antonio as well, from around the state and internationally and nationally, is that our companies need help with that initial inception of the company and understanding what investors are looking for, because the investor base has not been that prolific here. Now that it's becoming more prolific, these companies need that help. And so we help develop a curriculum with Joyce's group of what to pitch to investors when trying to raise money from angels.
Yeah, and Alamo Angels has had a really great presence the whole time. So, this was initially co-created with Chris Burney, who was the former executive director for Alamo Angels, and our former COO, Luke Owen. And they came together to create this program last year. And so Chris came and spoke, to one of the sessions. But at every single thing, we've had Kat Dizon, who's the current executive director, and Rebecca Derby, who's the director of operations, present there to give feedback during the pitch presentations and help with the mentors.
Gotcha. Do you ever see some really, really good ideas come through? They just didn't do a good job presenting?
Every day. And that's what the purpose of the Pre-Accelerator is to help those companies make a better pitch so that they can get an investment from a group like the Alamo.
Gotcha. And so, Joyce, what are you having them focus on? I mean, obviously, we've had some companies that are just coming out of it. There was that Drones of Prey and some other people that participants that have these.
Yeah, we get a lot of people from Geekdom.
Yeah, it sounds like awesome ideas. But what are some of the things that maybe people that have, an idea or a startup, that what they're not realizing and why they need this program?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, this program is incredibly necessary, and there's several other community members who are doing a lot of stuff very similar in our space. I think there's a lot of room for people to go through this, but we really focus on drilling down into what problems are you solving for your customers, finding out those key points to then build around that. What kind of models are you looking at? How do you build a financial overview or a way to communicate to investors where all of your expenses are going? We talk about marketing and sales. There's also branding conversations, and there's a lot of pitch practice, because it's great if you have the best idea in the world, but if you can't tell people about it and make them connect with it, then you're not going to go anywhere. So we focus a lot on that as well, but really it's about building the relationships with mentors and knowing that it's okay if you weren't perfect, but we're going to work at it until you get there.
So what are folks going to expect on demo day?
So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be at the Aztec Theater in downtown San Antonio, May 22nd from 6 to 8 p.m. We're going to have a quick overview of our program and who our wonderful partners are, like Alamo Angels, and then we're going to get into the presentations. And so each of the teams are going to stand up and pitch for 5 minutes, and then we're going to close it out with networking, where you can do a meet and greet with the teams and see a demo and learn more about them.
So, all right, demo day at the Aztec Theater on May 22nd. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with Bobby and JJ Radio.